Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, make sure that you lot are smashed up the likes. Make sure that you lot are subscribing to the channel. Make sure that you're following all the man them. Of course, man like Rob's here. We're gonna have Joey here in a sec as well, people. AJ should be, so not AJ. Ad should be here. Couch and Winter Surfer should be here as well in a bit. Talking to the devil, Winter Surfer just joined now as well. We've got over 100 people here already, so make sure that you lot are smashed up the likes. And before we go through the chat, as always, with the sponsor people, make sure that you're checking out Jersey FC Soccer Shop for all your football tops, all your Chelsea kits, all the vintage kits. If you don't support Chelsea, they've got all other clubs on there as well, people. Make sure you're checking them out. Don CFC for 20% off at checkout, people. Let's get into it, man. But yeah, let me add Winner Surfer, man. What you man saying first of all before we go through the chat? You man good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I'm telling you, Andrew, that's how I'm feeling right now. That's how I'm feeling right now, man. I just said to Rob backstage, bro, I'm just like, I'm doing this today because it's work, you know, but really and truly, bro, right now, it's just making me feel sick talking about Chelsea, bro. I'll be honest. Like, I just feel so just deflated and disappointed and just embarrassed, bro. It's like, just all the words that you can think of, bro. That's how I'm feeling right now. You know what I mean? And you can probably see it in my face. That's how I'm feeling right now, man. And that's literally what I got from you, Andrew, then. I can't lie.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm sure we'll go into more depth, but, you know, this is like Groundhog Day 9 seasons in a row, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's what I mean. It's like, it's not even a new owner model. There's no singular problem. The biggest problem at Chelsea is Chelsea. For 9 seasons in a row, one or multiple things have happened. We've come into a season underprepared, or we haven't bought the right players, or we bought the players and they're not quality enough, or we've been seduced by cup wins and think they can translate into league form, or we've been seduced by big results during the season and think they can be translated into more league form, and then we end up getting to December, January, and we end up like highlighting a few players. Like for this season, it's Delap, Garnacho, and Gittins. Last season, it's Jackson, Sancho, and Noni, and so forth and so forth. It's just a repeated cycle of consistent 9 seasons in a row, where, let's face it, no one's going to like this. We are Arsenal under Wenger. That's what we are. We're Arsenal under Wenger for the last few years, where we are just going to be hanging around the top 4 area. We are. If we don't sort ourselves out soon, we're going to go 20+ years without winning a league title.
Oh, no, facts.
We're already halfway there. We're not going to win it this year. We're not going to win it next year. So we'll be halfway there. We'll be 10 years. And this isn't like, that's what I said. It's not a new ownership. It's a constant thing with Chelsea since 2017 onwards. We're nearly into a decade of the same thing. And we're just repeating it. It's the same vicious cycle. Do you know what I mean? It's rinse. We should call it Chelsea. It should be our new club motto should be called rinse and repeat. That's what we should be called. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like here, coat a new slab of paint on it. It's all be good. No one will notice the cracks in it or anything like that. It's the same shit every season. It's the same shit. We get to the season and our season implodes. You know what I mean? That's what happens. So it's a vicious cycle. But Merry Christmas.
Yeah, man. Merry fucking Christmas, man. Couch, Joey, Robert. How you guys feeling, man? Before we even talk about the game, how you man feeling? Just, you know, with everything that's going on right now, man.
Not gonna lie, things ain't good on my end, but you know, just getting through it.
Well, I hope
football related. Yeah.
I hope better comes your way, my bro. I hope better comes your way. Honestly,
yes.
I can't say the same. I'm not gonna say I had a great day. I needed like $1,000 to get the goal, and I got the goal today. Halfway through my day, now I got till Friday off. So like, personally, I can't say the same. I had a great day so far today. Outside of football, of course, because I could scream and yell about football all day if you want.
Yeah.
Football has been a great day for me.
How about you, Rob, man? How you feeling? A lot of people in the chat are calling you out right now.
Yeah, but that's, you know, big up the chat, man. Big up the chat. Always love, but you know, hoping the best to you, Couch. You know, hope things to, you know, turn around for the best. But you know, for me, again, you know, just like everybody from a Chelsea standpoint, I'm wanted. You know, a little bit of a letdown after that result. You know, I went to play. I was vexed. I went to play football after that game, and I hyperextended my knees. You know,
Raw.
trying to get therapy from Chelsea. I end up being in more pain. So, you know, it is what it is. But we'll survive. We'll survive. You know.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the game, man. Because honestly, yeah, Rob, like me and Rob were just talking backstage, and I said let's just go live because what you're saying right now is facts, Rob. This is one of the worst losses that I've experienced as a Chelsea fan.
But this one has rattled the souls a lot more than any loss I can remember.
It's rattled me so much, man, because it's not the first time. Like Maresca said today, I don't know if you lot have seen the quotes. This keeps happening where we keep dropping points from winning positions.
We have the most drop points from winning positions this year.
Yep, the most drop points from winning positions this year. The bridge is not a fortress right now. Like Man United this season, bro, have got a better record at home than Chelsea this season, which is mad, right? We were dominating all that first half, I know that the chances weren't the most clear cut, but you're not gonna get clear cut chance after clear cut chance after clear cut chance, bro. Like,
I mean, did they
say that again, bro?
Did they get clear cut chance, like a ton of clear cut chances?
They didn't, bro. But
like that's the whole point. Who was more clinical in the end?
Exactly. We weren't clinical in that first half, and for me, I felt like we were kind of playing the game as if it was 3 goals up. I'm looking at it because Saeed even rang me at halftime and he was saying, "Oh, you lot have been really good this half." I'm like, bro, I know this team. We need to score again. We need a little bit of a cushion because we are not at the level to just be keeping a 1-0 lead against an Aston Villa side who have Emery in charge, right? And the likes of Watkins and Sancho and Onana on the bench. Because Emery's in-game management is good, bro. And that's exactly what happened in the second half. He changed things up like I expected him to. You know, he brings on Sancho to help on the right-hand side. He brings on Onana so Tielemans goes further up. And he allows Rodgers to come a little bit more central. And the goal that we conceded, the first goal, bro, it came from Rodgers going into the central position, us losing the ball from Badia Shield. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, right? Yeah. Playing it through to Watkins centrally. It's 1-1, yeah? And then the second goal, I don't know if you might have realized, we don't really concede many corners like that. So for me to see us concede a corner, I was even more rattled because I'm like, we don't really concede corners, yeah? We conceded one against Leeds, we conceded one in this game, but I don't think we've even conceded 5 this season, bro. We tend to defend them quite well. That's when you know that these men are just not concentrating, you know? So I'm just feeling really deflated. I'm not happy with, you know, the in-game management I saw from Maresca. I feel like for me,
management, he wasn't even on the touchline. Like that's part of the problem too.
It is.
How many times he's been suspended now? This is getting ridiculous now.
3 times.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So like you're saying, like his in-game management, like what is he? He can't assess things from the terraces, man. He's got to be on the touchline. What's going on? Seriously,
I hear that.
Man.
I hear that, bro. But listen, he had a good enough view to be seeing what was going on. And in that second half, bro, for Emery to bring on all those 3 players, to see how our midfielders being outrun, and then to take off Palmer, bring Esteval in a team where there's no momentum on our side, was pathetic, right? This is a game where you solidify that midfield a little bit more. Bring on a player like a Santos, and then you move maybe Palmer to the right, and then you play Neto on the left. You bring Esteval on the right. You try something different, you know? But it's another game where we're going to talk about our wingers not doing enough. I know Garnacho created a really good chance for Enzo, but ultimately, he got cash booked so early in the game, and then didn't really do anything after that. Didn't do anything after that, you know? So for me, Joey, I feel like it's a combination of things because we'll talk about the sporting directors today, but let's talk about the game first before we go into the bigger picture, right? I just feel like this team that Maresca keeps setting up with is stale, yeah? It's stale because I'm looking at the wing pairing of Neto and Garnacho. For me, it just doesn't work. These guys are not Maresca type wingers, yeah? You know, João Pedro, there's no connections with Palmer right now. There's no connections on the left like we had last season. There's no connections on the right. I just don't see any relationships being built on this pitch. And that's where I'm looking at the manager and saying, bro, it's time to change things up. Let's change things up. Let's try a different attack. Let's try different pairings to try and get a different result, right? Couch, man, what was your take on that game, bro? What went wrong for you, man?
Same thing that always goes wrong, man. This team just lacks the conviction and ability to see out matches. Like we've been saying this for a few years now. It's a young team. that do not know how to see out matches. And when you get in a position where you have a Villa team that usually are a second half team, come into the game thinking that, okay, first half we have it under control, everything's popping about nice, creating opportunities, we're limiting their opportunities on the break, we're looking threatening in the final third, everything. There's nothing that I saw in the first half that made me believe that we're going to lose that match, except for the fact, the things I mentioned. This team just does not have the mental fortitude to be able to see themselves through a tough period. Because at about 55, 60, somewhere in and around there, that was when Villa were kind of in the ascendancy. And then what happens? About 60 minutes in, what happens? We concede, and what happens? Capitulation in the mind. Like, this guy's giving away the ball, then he's not tracking the runners. Like, I don't understand how a defender who gives away the ball in the final third is the last person to get back in position to try and like snuff out the danger. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this guy, his process,
because he went to try to rectify his mistake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'd be the first person. If I make a mistake like that, I'm the first person to try to close down the ball and try to win it back.
Yeah, but you do that and then you're out of position. That's what ends up happening is you try to do that and then you're out of position. Like, he made the pass and then went up the pitch to try to win it back, and then he didn't.
He didn't go try and win it back, because remember the pass went almost into midfield, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was from
nobody
18 into the midfield. He held his position. They played the ball in, and he's the last person to get back and look to like snuff out the danger.
What I have a problem
with the issue that I have with this guy, it's not even.
I have a problem with the pass. Can we just talk about the pass first, though? Like, what is it with our football team that we can't kick the ball over the top of a defense? Like, what is it with this team that they don't want to kick the ball over the top of the defense? Like, we have two fucking guys. The only thing they can do is sprint. And you don't want to fucking kick the ball over the top of the defense.
We definitely
not one time did I see the ball go in behind and into the corner for Neto or Garnacho to run into.
Let's not get carried away, though. We do that a lot.
You're being pressed, right? What's the best way to release the press? Move the ball up the pitch, right?
I don't necessarily know. I don't necessarily know if that's not what's happening, though, because I do see us play over the top in multitude.
Not over. When you say over the top, right? I'm talking about over the top. Into space.
Yeah, into space. I've seen that many times. I saw that the other day where Sanchez launched it into what's his face? Into João Pedro, that led to the goal.
Yeah.
But irrespective of that, that's not the issue. Yeah, the pass was a terrible pass. He's trying to play through the lines, didn't get it right. We got pressed, and it's coming back at us. The problem that I have with it is now, when you give away the ball, what's your next responsibility? What are you doing next? What's your next action? And this guy's just dilly-dally. I have no problem with this guy on the ball. Like, I think he's actually quite decent on the ball, even despite giving it away for the goal. I actually think that the reason why this guy has a problem is he's slow to assess things. He's slow to assess danger. He's slow to realize when he's in trouble. And when you're talking about like split-second decisions, the final third, 1-2, bam, bam, they're in. He's too slow to assess that stuff. So that's the problem that I have with Badiashile. Like, first and foremost. And then you take into account, again, we keep doing this over and over and over and over again. We change our center back pairings every time. These guys don't have any understanding together on the pitch. Absolutely nothing. There's how many times have you seen Chalobah play with Badiashile? I can probably count it on one hand, one finger. So honestly, I know we're going to be focused on the game itself, but there's bigger issues at this club right now. Much bigger issues at this club right now.
But we've done a poor job. Most of us have been talking about it for a while.
A very, very poor job of bringing in like players that can complement each other well. We're bringing in a lot of the same players that do the exact same thing on the pitch, and we're not looking at a squad as an 11 that have different attributes to get you up the pitch. Like, who's our ball carrier on that side? Who's the ball carrier?
We didn't go and get one. That's what I kept banging that drum. Go get a ball carrier, bro.
Who's the guy that's linking up play and like making things happen on the ball? Nobody knows.
He's not been good enough.
Okay. Well, I'm done there. You guys let me know, though. But I think that the problem goes deeper than just the manager and the playing staff. It goes to the directors for me right now, because these guys have not done a good job of identifying the talent that we need to assemble a full squad. It's just facts for me. And whether it means just let me finish. And even if it means that you know, they bought players that were injured and this, that, and the other. And like all of that still factors into the fact that they didn't buy well for me, because you bought players with a history of injuries. You bought players that play the same position as other players, don't have any sort of like variation in playing style. You bought all these young players that don't necessarily have the experience to like see themselves through danger. Like there's a ton of things here, man. We keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, listen, let me come to you, Rob. Yeah, because Alexis is in the chat, and I saw him on Twitter as well. I saw your tweet. Speak up, Alexis. Yeah, he was talking about the game should have been done in the first half. You know, we had enough chances, and for me, listen, I agree to an extent, but for me, the game is 90 minutes, and the manager still needs to manage, you know, the rest of the time when things aren't going your way, because these wingers are letting him down, and that's what I'm saying to you, Rob. Yeah, for me, bro, it's time to be changing up that wing pairing, because they have let him down more than they've helped him. Yeah, you can think of the game against Newcastle. You can think of the game against Sunderland at home. Yeah, I can think of so many games where I'm like, yo, this pairing is blasphemous, right? But then if you say anything about it, it's no. You just gotta go with what Maresca's gonna go with. And for me, if he keeps persisting with that wing pairing, bro, it will do more harm than good for him. That's number one, right? But what's your take on the game, bro?
Just quickly though, you actually think Neto's been a problem?
Bro, I think Neto's pretty limited, bro. I think Neto's pretty limited, man. I think Neto's
do you think he's been a problem
scoring
this season though? Like really? You think he's been a problem?
Yes, I think it's been a problem in certain games. I do. I think it's been a problem in certain games. I think.
No, I mean overall though, like you think he's been a problem, and he's one of the reasons why we're not progressing.
Bro, I think he can do better. Put it that way. I think he can do better, bro. Right? I've given him stripes for, you know, improving his goal scoring and whatnot. Cool, that's fine. But there's just simple things, Couch. Like again, there's zero relationship that he's got with Palmer. He just ignores Palmer. Yeah, he ignores him. I don't see him really linking up with
He's been
anyone.
ignoring a lot of passes that's been pissing me the fuck off too, and I'm a Neto supporter. But it's not just it's not in my opinion, it's not just Palmer. He's just ignoring passes all over the pitch. In my opinion,
Over the place.
really frustrating to watch. And I agree with you guys. It's very
so
frustrating to watch. Now, is he like a detriment to the team? I don't necessarily totally agree with that. But I think the big thing, I think with this is, I think really you have the one point is that I've consistently come to find out and come to notice is we can't play with a 10. We have to play with a midfield 3, in my opinion. Like our best performances come with a midfield 3. Like it's just the fact. Like and with the way that our wingers are at one-on-one, the way that we're set up to be able to get our wingers one-on-one, and they're not going at their player. Bro, if I'm a winger and I have the chances that I have to go one-on-one with my player I'm doing every time. You should be running it every time. There should be nothing that you're looking at until you pick your head up for the pass while you're in near the box. Like you should be going at your man one-on-one every time you get that chance. That's what this system's set up for. That's what the whole thing's set up for. My problem with Nani last year is he would slow down after, and I know how good Nani is one-on-one. So he would slow down instead of trying to take his man on and get down the byline because he only wanted one thing. They'll go cut inside. Neto, he's starting to do the same thing. Garnacho, I knew he was going to do this.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying, Rob. And that goes back to it, Rob. Like, what's your take on how Maresca's been setting up the team? Because I think me and you agree with a lot of how he's been using the squad. I don't think he's been using the squad the best way that he can, right? But you're someone that you think Garnacho is better than Rodrigo. Yeah, you think Garnacho is good enough to be starting for Chelsea. So what's your take on this, bro? Like, has Maresca been setting the team up correctly, man? Because what he's been doing right now, I'm sorry, bro, it's not been working. It's not been working, man.
For me, this is the I think this season the manager's been poor. That's the crux of it. Whether it's him saying initially we didn't have a red card issue when we clearly had, now to saying we don't have a disciplinary issue when we clearly do. He himself being suspended, and people are you guys have alluded to it. The system that we're playing. People are telling like if we bought Shirky, that we bring Shirky here and ask Shirky to be a 1v1 winger with no overlap, and he will cook the same way he's cooking in Man City when he's getting on one side overloaded with Foden and Bernardo Silva.
You
And
should be in overlap if you're one-on-one. You should not need an overlap if you're one-on-one.
Yeah, you need. Yeah, exactly. You need overlap. Like people are crying.
You should not need an overlap if you are one-on-one.
Yeah, no, you should. Yeah, for most like the elite of the elite, yes. But for most wingers, yes, you need an overlap. Salah needs an overlap from Trent to be as effective. Since his Trent left, no overlap, he's not as effective. And so for me, I think it's the managers. Like it's just the game against Villa itself, right? Emery is playing more a narrow system using his fullbacks to provide width, right? Maresca does a good job to come up with a good game plan so that he inverted both of our fullbacks, and so that we kind of stymied.
I'm sorry, Rob. Didn't Cucurella overlap Garnacho the entire Villa game?
The entire Villa game?
The entire
for portions of it, for sure. Yeah, for portions.
Majority of the Villa game, he overlapped Garnacho. Majority.
Let me finish my point. We can rebuttal later. For me, for this particular game, people are saying yes, we could have been 2-0 up at halftime because that's how good we dominated. Yes, but we know football doesn't work that way. Your scoreline does not always reflect the dominance that the team has had. Man City dominated a Forest on the weekend. At halftime they were 0-0. Even after they dominated. That didn't mean Pep stopped there. Pep went in at halftime and switched Shirky from the right-hand side to the left-hand side to create more of a chance. Like you don't just coach a half and say like, you know what? I've coached a dominant performance that first half. I'm just gonna now cross my hands and hope for the best. No. If you're dominating and you're not creating clear-cut chances, switch it up. Come up with something that creates even better chances. As soon as Pep did that, switch Shirky from the right to the left. Within a minute, he got an assist to Reinders for the goal. That's what good coaches do.
Yeah, but just on that point, because I don't think that it's just as simple as saying to switch up the tactics for the sake of switching it up. I think what Pep identified was why they weren't able to score goals. And with Chelsea, the problem with us not being able to score goals is decision making in the final third every time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
Then put the best decision maker in Palmer in even better situations.
So in a 10?
Regardless, he's the manager. Don't just come up and say, okay, everything. Palmer we were dominating, but Palmer didn't have an effect in that game, did he? In the first half, he didn't.
Sure, not really. No.
Well, switch it, then make sure that second half, Palmer is more effective. Because Villa would rather have Garnacho and Neto.
I mean, but it's one thing to say make somebody more effective, and then it's another thing to say a guy he's not been effective since he's been back. You know what I mean? It's not about just putting him in a different position and you're going to get that level from him. You know what I mean? No, I hear you though. Like for most part, Rob, I feel what you're saying. I think that most of what you're saying is facts, to be honest. Because truly, we're not doing a good job of assessing what the issue is on the pitch, and we're just waiting for teams to come on us.
Yeah,
the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding, bro. You can't be dropping all the points that we have. Bro. I think it's 13 points winning positions, bro.
This is my thing with Maresca. Maresca has two ways of coaching a game, right? He comes up with a game. If the game plan works, that's the game plan for the entire game. If the game plan doesn't work, he waits halftime. And then he would adjust halftime. He hardly ever adjusts midway through a half, like Emery did. He wouldn't change the tactics midway. It's either at the beginning of the game or we switch it up at halftime.
And this is the issue that I have with this construction of this team, because we have like for like everywhere, and we don't have the ability to change the way we want to play.
No, but you have players that you can bring in. Like you could have brought Andre Santos to make a midfield three.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would that have done?
Agree with that.
It's not like you could have taken off. You could have taken off Neto or Garnacho, put Palmer on the wing, and bring Andre Santos, make a midfield three.
Agreed.
Bring in Andre Santos. Why do you want a midfield three though? Tell me why.
Why do I want a midfield three?
Yeah.
Too much what Villa was doing.
But they weren't really beating us like that way.
And Villa they brought on Sancho, right? They brought on Sancho to provide width. And that width meant that our fullback now was stretched, and the midfield wasn't as compact as it was in the first half. Because one of the fullback was providing overloads. Now they put Rodgers on one wing and Sancho on the other. Our fullback were kind of stuck on each half, and then Villa had the three midfielders against two of ours, and they dominated.
Exactly. And the thing is, what it is about it as well, yeah. Let me come to Winner Surfer now, Andrew, yeah. Bro, like, we know right now Enzo's not been great. And in this game, he was ineffective, yeah. I don't understand this thing, because people keep telling me, oh, Santos is not ready. Santos is not good enough, clearly, right? This is it, Reaper. Big up Reaper. He said, Couch, he had different options last season, like Felix and Cuckoo. He didn't use them. What I keep hearing now, Andrew, is revisionism, yeah? These same squad players that last season, man, were trying to tell me they're not good enough either. They're the same squad players that now people are saying are better than the players that we've got now. And we want them back, right? All I heard all season, majority of the season, was Dewsbury who's not good enough. Felix isn't good enough. Vega isn't good enough. Yeah. Now I'm hearing, oh, these guys are better than the squad players that we've got now, right? This is why these squad players can't play, because they're not good enough. And I'm sorry, Andrew. Santos would leave Chelsea and he can go to multiple Premier League clubs. Yeah. Multiple Premier League clubs and be starting for them. So why are we
wanted him to be started there?
Bro, like, why are we not using the squad the way that we need to, bro? What changes for you does Maresca need to be doing now, Andrew, going forward? Because let's be real, I think we're all in agreement that what we're doing right now isn't working. Yeah? We have one win in 6 games.
Yeah.
1 win in 6 Premier League games, bro. Do you know how bad that is? Right?
Yeah, very bad.
Man United, I've been telling people, bro, Man United picked up their second clean sheet against Newcastle the other day, and they are level on points with us, bro.
Yeah,
something has changed, Andrew.
Listen, I don't know. Apart from the formation, I don't know, because like Delap came on and all he did was get a yellow card at the weekend. He didn't do anything. Gittins is basically a variant of Garnacho. They're both cheeks of the same ass. They're both shit. And who else came on? I can't remember who else came on. Esteval
to die. He brought him on to die.
Esteval came on to die, but I've seen Esteval performances like that when he's come on and he's done shit. So it's not really that, but I don't know. Unless he changed formation, or he moves Neto to the left and starts Esteval on the right, or something like that. Difference. I don't know. I'm just looking at the options on the bench. I just don't rate most of the options on the bench. I gotta be honest with you. I just don't rate them to make. There's no serious game changes there whatsoever. It's much of a muchness for me, whether you change your formation or not. Do you know what I mean? It's like
exactly.
we're still having conversations, Don, about needing major surgery 3 years into this project, and 9 or so seasons into this. We're still talking about needing 9 seasons.
Not even major surgery. It's just like,
let me finish.
Andrew, let me finish.
Sorry.
There's nothing there. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing there that frightens anyone. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing there that goes like Esteval maybe, but it's harsh to rely on him. Do you know what I mean? It's like the rest are like when I bring Delap's got more cards for us than goals.
Man.
In his Chelsea career. Do you know what I mean? He's got more fouls. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing on there that goes, oh, wait till he comes on. Like, if Santos came on, all right. I don't know if he would have done much of a change if you keep to the same formation. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how much he does. It's like now we're gonna have real problems, because like Cucurella's out injured, hamstring, because he's busting a gut on that left hand side, because that left hand side is shit ahead of him. He has to bust the gut.
Look at the guy behind him. The guy behind him's not being played.
Exactly. But he's injured. He's injured now as well. Hato wasn't on the bench because he's injured. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's nothing. This Chelsea squad is so average. Do you know? It is so average in quality. Do you know what I mean? But it's there with other average squads in the league. We are where we are. But going back to Saturday's game, that game, you could have taken that game from the past 9 years. That's a game that happened over several times over the past 9 years, and everyone goes, "Oh, we dominate the first half." I can't remember the goalkeeper, making any outstanding saves in that first half.
That Reece Cross.
And the João Pedro.
The Reece Cross.
The João Pedro cap too.
When
Neto crossed the ball and João Pedro capped it. That was a really good save from him.
Actually,
that one. That was it. But that one. But there's nothing like. He's not like. He didn't. His He's not going in at halftime going like that. Do you know what I mean? It's more like, all right. Do you know what I mean? It was more like we controlled the game and had loads of possession, and we had half chances and shots that went wide, and that one shot that Neto created for Pedro to score. But that's it. But like going to, I just there's not much game changes to bring on. And if I'm like Maresca, I'm looking at the bench, I'm going, who's really going to change anything? Do you know what I mean? It's much of a muchness for me. The problem is, though, when you go back to Maresca, you're not going to change much if you stick to the same formation. Do you know what I mean? If you stick, do you know what I mean? Why don't you try something? But the problem is, Don, he's a modern day coach, so he's stubborn. He's stubborn. These new wave modern day coaches are very stubborn in what they want to do.
Yeah, well, then he's going to learn the hard way. Then he's going to learn the hard way.
Exactly.
He's going to learn the hard way. Then
Even the hardest, the best of the greatest modern coach is adapted. Like nobody sit here. We sit here and say Donnarumma is not a Pep goalkeeper, but Pep adapted his style. He doesn't play from the back anymore.
Pep's not modern. Pep's not from this modern wave. He's adapted from. He's one of the ones he's probably the only coach that is able to evolve. He's from the generation before. I'm talking like Maresca, Amarim, Slump.
They all learn you from Pep.
No,
He's the most adaptable manager there is.
He taught them. He probably taught them everything. He's probably forgotten more stuff than he taught them. Do you know what I mean? It's probably stuff like he teaches them to a certain level, then lets them off the leash. He doesn't teach them everything. He doesn't want to give you very straight secrets.
I know, but at least at the very least, year after year, you can see that he can go from overlapping fullbacks to inverting fullbacks to
but what I'm saying to you is these guys we've seen. But what I'm saying to you is these modern day coaches love to stick to formulaic system. They love to stick to their own system, right? Whether it's three at the back, wing backs. Look at like everyone, Flavour of the Month Glasner. He loves wing backs. You don't see him changing much, do you? Look at Iriola, his system. He's not won in 11 games now.
Yeah, but the thing is though, Andrew, yeah, it gets to a point now. It gets to a point now, yeah, where it's like, bro, how can we even overly judge the squad? I'm gonna come to you now, Joey. Yeah, like how can we overly judge the squad when we're not seeing these guys getting a run of games, run of minutes? One of the things that I spoke about with players like Cuckoo being overworked is that they will get injured eventually. Yeah, Hato, bro, me and Couch were going back and forth about Hato. I said to this guy, bro, I'm not overly convinced with his defending, but he ain't gonna improve as a player if you don't play him. That's just a fact. Yeah. He's not going to improve. He's not going to learn how to play in the system. He's not going to get any chemistry. He's not going to get any confidence if you're not playing him. Now we've got Cuckoo injured, and Hato obviously he got injured against Newcastle, so that's a problem now, right? The likes of Santos and that. I'm sorry, bro. If these guys, I know how Chelsea fans are, bro. We know how Chelsea fans are. If these guys play for other clubs, we'll be looking at that bench and saying, "Yo, Santos, man, I wish we had a Santos. Yeah, I wish we had a Delap on the bench." That's what guys would be saying. But because they're here, right? They're getting all this hate like they're fucking useless. Yeah. Let's not forget. A lot of people doing revisionism right now, Joey. I'm seeing a lot of revisionism, bro. Right? Many people were chasing out Jackson, including myself. Yeah. I'm not asking for him back. There's now a lot of people that were chasing him out that are begging for this guy back. Yeah. As if they weren't saying, yo, this guy's fucking useless as shit. The squad players that we had, Dewsbury, oh my god, Dewsbury was cooking, but when he was here, he was shit, right? I'm just saying, Joey, for me, I'm looking at this squad and it's like, bro, let us see these guys so we can actually judge them. I can't fully judge them or write them off when I am not seeing them the way that we need to be seeing them, bro. That's just how I'm looking at it right now, Joey.
Don, I hear you. I hear you actually. I even hear Rob to a sense. Okay, because I've been questioning Maresca's tactically for like 6 weeks now, 7 weeks now. So like I feel like he's been found out a bit, and the way that people want to defend us because of the way that we're also built. Because it correlates to the same thing. Like it all correlates in an evenly fashion here, right? Like first of all, you brought a manager in that was known to not be tactically that flexible. First and foremost, okay, like that was what he was. He was known to be very stubborn in the way that he wanted to play his football. Okay, that's first and foremost. Okay, so like I don't understand why, like, I personally am not allowed to change my opinion on things that I've seen. but this is just my opinion. I don't like the way that he has been moving at all. At all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, do I put all the blame on him? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But he deserves a very large portion of what's going on for the current moment. Okay. Because at this current moment, you see that the flaws of the squad. Okay. And you have not been able to adapt to the flaws of the squad. Now, of course, we have to speak on
Say that again, Joe.
Say that again.
Say that last line again, bro. That's spot on. Say that again, bro.
Bro, you see the flaws of the squad, but you don't want to adapt to the flaws of the squad. Okay? Like as much as we want to say, like, hey, like Joe will tell you from his ears, we don't have a left-sided center back, and I don't trust Buddy Shield. We do not have a left-sided center back. As much as you guys want to scream, Hato, we don't have a left-sided center back. Okay, Joe, we don't. Okay, we get it. So how do you fix that? There's ways around it that you can build your tactics around it. Now, does it mean that you're going to have the attacking freedoms that you may have had before? Sure. You won't. You probably won't. But at the same time, you have to adapt to what you have. Period. You don't it's just what the job entails. Like, unfortunately, that is your job description. That is what you have to be able to do as a manager. In this, the fact that anybody who plays a back five that doubles our wingers can just defend us easily is disgusting to me as a football fan.
It's nasty.
It is truly disgusting to me that I can sit here, Don, I can sit here and tell you how to defend us as a football fan. Obviously, I have a little bit higher knowledge, but I can sit here and tell you how to defend us. I've been able to sit here and tell you how to defend us for the last 3 years. Not just within Maresca, all the way to Poch, which means it's a deeper issue. It's a much deeper issue than what we already have. But at the same time, you're not making it easy on you. You're not making it easy on yourself by not being flexible. You're staying inflexible. And this whole situation is going to continue to happen until you find a way to adjust. Now, is there Joe has a light bulb on his head? Does Joe have the fucking answer? Unfortunately, I don't. I'm gonna be straight up. I don't, because we have a lot of holes. You guys brought up the ball carrier. A big problem with the way that our midfield's built is we don't have a ball carrier. And then that's why we're playing Palmer in the 10, for him to be able to be a ball carrier, for him to be able to pick up the ball deeper and run with the ball. That's why we keep on playing Palmer in the 10, but it's not good. It's not working. Why? Because everyone knows you can one-on-one with our fullbacks now. Now, everyone knows we'll just leave your fullbacks one-on-one because they ain't going to do shit.
Nope.
Both those wingers ain't going to do shit.
Bro, what did they
So what do? Let's just mark Palmer out of the fucking game.
Boy,
I don't even think he was marked out of the game. I just don't think he played well.
But Winter Surfer, if he is or if he isn't.
This is the thing, yeah. Let me read the super chat quickly as well, people. We haven't even got to 100 likes. We've got over 300 people here. Make sure that you lot are smashed at the likes. And then big up Jem, man. It's been a minute that Jem's been here. Me and Jem are planning some things in the background, people, so I'll keep you updated on that. But we'll come to Jem in a sec as well, get his thoughts on everything at the minute. But big up Spokesy, man. He says, Esteval, Santos, and Josh are ballers and they can't get a sniff. Young and hungry, but blocked out. Who seriously will want to come? And then you've got John as well. It says, Reggie Walsh might be the answer to our problem. Hassan, as always, you know Hassan's
Bro, at this rate, I'd rather see Jesse Deary and that kid play football, because I know Jesse Deary will take his man on every single time because he is absolutely fearless. And I know that Reggie Walsh kid can carry the fucking football. So, yes, play those kids for fuck's sake if you have to. Like, I'm tired of seeing the same shit. Change it up with something else. If we don't have it, we have it in the academy. Pull it out of the academy and try it. That's it.
Yeah. Big up Assad. He says, Palmer under Poch, 51 GA. Under this fraud, he's not happy. And then you got 9s as well. So judge us in 4 windows. I think you meant 2 trophies in 4 years. We'll come back to that after because we'll speak about the sporting directors as well. But Jem, first of all, before we even talk about the SDs and how they're building, how everything's been building right now, yeah. How have you been, bro? And how are you feeling about Chelsea right now, man?
Yeah, big up Don as always. Good to see everyone in the chat. I hope you're all good. Big up Couch, big up Joey, big up my boy Rob, and obviously Andrew as well. Big up to you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to all of you guys as well, man. I hope you're all having a blessed time and stuff. I came on Don really just to talk about the overalls rather than just I know you're probably breaking it down in topics, but I just want to just talk about Chelsea in general, mate, because it's just
that's where we're at.
We can sit here and talk about fucking players doing bozo stuff and losing control in games and whatever, but I think there's just I think for me to get off my chest, it's more of just an overall skeptic of the way I just see things with this club at the moment, really. And when you look at the moment where we're at as a club, I do look at the squad and where we're at, and when I rated it a 5 out of 10 in the summer window, and people were saying to me I was being a bit harsh about it, and I said I just didn't really think the players that we were letting go and the players that we were bringing in were the next level. I feel like we're starting to see that slightly. And I'll be quite honest with you, when you look at our overall squad, I call it the good, the inexperience, and the shit. So how are you meant to get consistency out of that? And I get what you guys are saying when you're talking about Maresca trying to find some sort of improvement in the overall squad in terms of being consistent with certain players coming in. But there's also a part in it where it's like he has to play the players, right? So people like Badiashile, who we don't really see a lot of coming on, he has to at some points play him because we know Fofana can't play X amount of games, and he has to utilize the squad he has. Now, listen, there's question marks on how he does that in game management and question marks. Yeah, that's cool. I've question marked Maresca about all these things. We've had these discussions in our group chats, right? But the one thing we can't get away from is that there's just certain individuals at this club that are just still not good enough for me. They're just not good enough for Chelsea. They can't seem to pull out a full 90 minutes of being consistent, providing the level that you need to be at this club for us to, to go on and win on a winning run. And it's just not good enough, bro. And then when you look at what he's been given and you look at the improvements we've done in the summer window and what we have in the attack, like we look at the Aston Villa game, I thought we dominated for 60 minutes. I thought we were quite comfortable. We should have had 2 or 3 goals. I thought Reece James should have scored. I thought Enzo Fernandez should have scored. I thought João Pedro should have maybe got 1 or 2 more. I think the opportunities were there. And I said to you, when I look at that squad and how we line up, I like that squad, that setup when we're at home. When we're at home, that's the setup for me. Play like that, because the reason I say that is because not only are we more in control in terms of the press, we press higher, we win the ball back higher, we have individual battles across the pitch and we win them. We just look more like we can maybe go 60, 70 minutes, like we've seen 70 minutes where we can put a good performance in. The issue is the lack of quality up front. And when you go into, this is where I look at the ball now, because when you look at Garnacho and Gittins and they come in from Madueke and, all right, Mudrik's on a ban and whatever, we know that these players are not really there yet. So, Garnacho being inconsistent, for example, he's very good against Cardiff, but the next minute he's shit the next game. It's not good enough. You can't have that in these games. And then you look at Neto, for example, who, let's be serious, has been performing quite well at Chelsea for most of the parts of this season, right? But the issue is we don't really have many game changers. There's not players in this team that have got the experience, the leadership qualities to go, when we're in the shit, when we're in the dumps, let me be the man that steps up. We might have them come on and do it for like 1 or 2 months. Yeah, that's different. That's just form. They're in form and they're changing games. I've seen Enzo Fernandez do it. I've seen Neto do it. I've seen other players do it where they've stepped up in them periods, right? But what we really need is players that are able to take control and lead this team when we find ourselves in bad moments.
Like Cole Palmer,
even if the manager is not made the right in-game management moves, for example. If you've got players that you can rely on, right? When you've got players you can rely on the pitch that can get you out of trouble, score you goals, or you're defensively you can go and win 1-0 because defensively you can rely on that back whoever pair it is. It's a different story. But we can't do that because what we have isn't good enough overall. And when he has to rotate because he has to bring the players on that are on the bench, we're relying on the likes of Delap, who's not at the level yet. He's not going to go up. You know, he's not going to come over João Pedro and change
But
the
then
game.
the thing is though, listen, again,
Like,
isolation.
I just want to finish off saying one more thing, and then I'll stop. Right.
Yeah,
The point is, right, we moan about inconsistency and certain players not doing well. And yes, we've got some very good players. But when you mix it with what other players we do have, like the players we spent a lot of money on, who that board seem to think are going to be good players in these next upcoming years, and I'm talking about the Gittins, the Garnachos, and, you know, Esteval's just come in, and I think he will need time and stuff. They're just not at it yet. They're not ready. They're not at that point to take us to that next level. So when we're just losing and during games, and there's that lack of consistency, I don't see why we're so, you know, shocked. I'm not shocked.
First of all,
this is the shit we've seen for so long. It starts from the top. It really does.
So, Jem, you remember? Welcome back to YouTube, by the way. Glad you're finally out that playback bullshit. Welcome back. But you remember when we were on your channel a couple of years ago, and I was talking about experience and having the structure built with people that have won. You remember that conversation?
Yeah,
a little while ago. About how right now this current Chelsea just have a bunch of people that just don't know how to win. Right? They have a bunch of young kids that have not learned how to win. And, you know, that got poo-pooed. Everyone's like, oh, no, it's fine. Just watch it's going to happen. It's going to grow. It's going to build. It's going to build. Watch. 3 years later, we're still here. We're still in this position.
I agree with you.
Right?
But
3 years later, we're still in this position where we're still waiting for this team to experience leadership. We're still looking for to build winners into the structure of the team. And, you know, we're still seeing the same problems. Like the problem I have with Maresca right now is not so much about what he does tactically, because we're all talking about how he doesn't vary the tactics. He totally does. Absolutely, he does. We've already seen that just this game, both fullbacks were inverted this game, and Caicedo dropped in the middle. That's not the first time we've seen that. He's done a variety of different shapes. The issue I have with him, and I'm sure everyone will share this opinion, is this guy has not figured out how to use the squad, a full squad. And when we get into the Christmas period, I gave him a bye last year because I was like, you know what? This is the first time in England, you know, having experienced like a heavy Christmas period. You know, you have to rotate the squad. You have to figure this out. This time around, he should have more understanding of what is required in this period of the year. Yeah, you have to rotate the squad. And if you like, to be honest with you, like the whole idea about keeping, you know, bringing in players that aren't good enough or anything like that. The problem is, it's still your job to get these guys up to speed. Like we brought these players in
last year, Couch. It's like we forget that he didn't do this. What happened at the end of last season when we had that torrid last 5-6 games and everyone writ us off and said we ain't getting Champions League football? We were like 5th or 6th at that point. We lost one game and it was Newcastle because we went down to 10 men and we still played them off the park in the second half because Nicholas Jackson got sent off. Right, so he has shown that he can get blood out of a stone. To a degree.
No, Jim, I disagree.
He has. Listen, he has, Rob.
Let Jem finish and then Rob come in. Let Jem finish and then Rob come in.
He has. He's shown that he can do that, right? That's not the issue. My issue is that he's shown that he can do what he can with what he's got. It's just once we've got to the summer windows, it's what we've given him also. And I agree that he still has to get the best out of what he's given him. But there's just certain players in this squad that just aren't good enough. And we just got to...
Like who, Jem? Who's not good enough for you?
Gittins? I just generally not seen a worse winger than Gittins. I was happy about Madueke leaving, by the way, for 50-odd million. I thought that was really good.
Who else isn't good enough?
I don't think Garnacho's at the level, personally.
It will never be at the level.
I don't like any of our centre-backs. You know this. I've never liked our centre-backs. And we still haven't improved in that area. We're still faffing around with that. Our strikers that we brought in, I was a mare with Delap. I was confused with João Pedro. Out of all of the players that we actually signed in that window, João Pedro's been the best signing. He's on 18 G&A, and I think he could be doing more, to be quite honest. So, we're not really giving him the tools to go out and be as successful as we want him to be. We shouldn't be sitting here talking about regressing. We should be talking about closing the gap. I'm not saying win, but doing better than what we did last year.
Yeah, exactly. And that goes back to the sporting directors, bro. Again, it goes back to them because they're the ones that started to make these mistakes. They're the ones that sat there and thought it would be a good idea to go and bring Garnacho and Gittins, bro. To not go and sign a fucking after Cole got injured, right?
At the same time, bro. At the same time, like
we've seen managers be able to get purple patches out of players. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not even capable right now of being able to get a purple patch out of one. Like that's the kind of the situation that is fearsome. It is a bother. Like when you go back and you watch these games, it's like, man, like we should be killing some of these teams. And we just don't. And it's like, some of these players are very to blame. At the same time, like he could do better by getting us into situations, especially defensively. Because defensively,
Joey, do we like creating? When you watch us, do you look at us and go, "Yeah, we don't create enough"? Do you think that's what the problem?
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you said that.
No, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. No, I don't think that's the case. Once again, it's more on the defensive side. Like I don't think the attacking side for me is overall the problem. It's just the quality of the players at the final end of it is definitely.
No, this is the thing though.
But at the same time, though, bro, at the same time, like when teams switch on us and they start attacking us, and we start to look like we're on the back foot, there doesn't feel like there's a change of energy ever after that time comes. It's like they get their energy of they've made their change. They're gonna adjust to us. They're looking on the front foot, and then we, on the other hand, don't seem to have the counter punches a lot of the time. I blame Maresca for that. I blame Maresca for that. Like that's where I have to put blame on the manager for that, because that's just tactical nous, like understanding of what you're going up against.
Let me come to you, Rob. Yeah, big up John for this as well. It says, where was Enzo's so-called creativity done? ? Scrub, right? And you lot brought up some good points about the creativity as well, because one thing for me, what I've always said about this team, going back to the Atalanta game, what I really liked about that goal from João Pedro is how I visualize this team to be creating with the type of players that we've got, right? We need to be zipping the ball across the box and just looking for chaos in the box. That's the sort of team that we've got, because we haven't really got an Osimhen up top to be crossing it in all the time to Delap. I don't think Delap's the best in the air like that. Like João Pedro's okay in the air, cool, but I think he'll benefit from the cutbacks across the box. But the issue is we've got wingers that can't beat their man consistently, so they're not cutting it back. What they like to do is they'll get the ball, they'll fail to beat their man, and then they'll just cross it in. So now it's like a gamble to get your head on it. Someone's got to get their head on it. Right? I don't think the way that this team is playing right now is creating the sort of chances that we should be. Yeah? Because people want to crash it on Delap, for example, and João Pedro. I don't think these guys are really getting that much creativity, man. Yeah? I look at the goal we scored against Liverpool when Esteval scored. Again, another example there. Across the box, Esteval meets it. How often can you guys say we whip it across the box like that? It's usually crossing the air. Yeah?
Unfortunately, though, Don, 2 out of every 3 times we go down the pitch with our wingers, which is nearly every single time we go down the pitch, they lose the ball. So if our wingers are losing the ball 2 out of every 3 times we go down the pitch, that's we're gonna have these problems consistently. Like it's gonna be the most consistent thing that's gonna happen with our football team. If these guys lose the ball every 2 out of 3 times, we're gonna have the same problems we've had forever. Like,
do you know how many attacks we killed against Aston Villa? How many? And it was Neto. Garnacho done it, but Neto was the one that was pissing me off the most.
I'm sorry. Jem, you can't say that. Garnacho had his guy on a yellow early in the game, and he didn't take his man on the rest.
Do you know how many times?
To this as well, Jem. Yeah, how often, bro? Palmer got in those positions because he was drifting off the right. That's the point that I'm making. How often have you seen that, bro? Right? When I saw Palmer whipping it across like that, I'm like, yo, I haven't seen Palmer doing this in a while. Yeah, I haven't really seen Palmer doing this in a while, bro. I honestly feel like this team, we need to go watch Man City when they had fucking Sane and Sterling and that, and see how they used to create chances, because they used to run wide, Kyle Walker and that, and just
done. They had KDB delivering those balls in the boxes, bro.
But it wasn't just KDB. It wasn't just KDB, bro. They're wingers.
He's on the right hand side.
KDB used to create for them.
KDB for Sterling and Sane on the far post.
I hear that. Yes, KDB used to do that. And listen, to be honest with you, yeah, Enzo should be doing that for us, and Palmer should be doing similar things for us as well. Essentially, I agree with that. But I'm saying from the wide areas, these wingers, the type of chances that they create, Garnacho's okay with the cutbacks. I'll give him that. But I need more.
Bro, he doesn't look up. No, he doesn't look up, bro. Okay with the cutbacks. The guy doesn't look up when he's crossing. He never looks up. How does he know when he's crossing?
They both don't look up.
It's true.
Bro, look up, and his plant foot is always underneath the fucking football. I can't get this freaking footballer out of my head. He's the most frustrating dude as a footballer.
The cutback here for Enzo, that Enzo too wide. That cutback here for Enzo, that's an elite cutback.
1 out of 30.
Didn't look. Didn't look.
But because you already knew, he played it first because you already knew where Enzo was.
This guy, I'm going to say.
Yeah, but he didn't know where anybody else was on the other 9 that he missed.
I'm just going to say this right now. He's the worst player I've ever seen play for Chelsea. He's the worst player I've ever seen. I'm not joking. He can run. That's it. He can run. That's it. Again, how many shots did he have? How many shots? Did he get a shot on target again? No, he didn't. Again, he is complete. He sucks the life out of this attack. He absolutely sucks the life. He's the reason Cucurella's got a hamstring injury. He's the reason. Cucurella busted. How many times did Cucurella win the ball back, especially in the first half, and then have to give it to this bozo who lost it, has to track back again?
Yeah.
He sucks the life out of him. How many runs did Cucurella make against Newcastle in the second half? And long busting runs, and Garnacho will refuse to pass to him. Stuff like that. He is a detriment to this team. It's like playing with 10 men with this guy. He is an abomination of a footballer. Honestly, they should be fired for signing this guy. He's complete waste of oxygen at this club.
To be honest,
I hate our number 9 shirt. The second number I'd burn us, number 49 after that. He is complete dog shit. Do you know what? You know that a few years ago when someone said to Werner at a pre-season, get out of my club, someone should hijack the mic at half time and tell Garnacho to fuck off. Because he is shit. Don, I tell you what, I'd be demanding my money back if I'm paying to watch Chelsea. Because watching this guy is an abomination. It makes my eyes bleed.
Let me say something though. Let me say something.
Neto
also with Neto though, as much as of a defender I've been with Neto, he's not like I'm gonna use the term I said. He's not a 1A guy. He's just not. He's supposed to be your Willian to whoever your Hazard is. He's not your 1A.
At the end of the day,
not.
I know we
Let Rob come in.
I know we are slagging Garnacho, we are slagging Neto, and maybe rightfully so, Delap and all that. But in all of this, we have one guy who's the best attacker in that whole team, and that's supposed to be our best player.
He was shit.
For me, it was even worse than Garnacho and Neto. I just see people absorbing him of blame, like, oh, we expect
Garnacho absorbing him of blame.
But no Cole Palmer. I mean,
he was crap.
Obama was also on that pitch. The only thing he did was make one guy, and they all said it was like, hey, that's the only thing I remember him doing the whole game.
I would like for us to get back to giving Cole the opportunity to play on the right again. Like I just want to if we're having troubles with our wings, just get him out of get him onto the wing. Like if he's our best player, best attacker, just get him on.
Joey, you can tell his body language he doesn't like playing the 10. You can tell in his body language he doesn't like playing the 10. He'd rather drift. He'd rather come in like he did against Poch, drift in from the right and do it like that. You can tell.
It's not about that. I don't think it's about. I don't think it's his body language. He doesn't like the 10. I just think he just doesn't rate the guys that he's playing with on the wings, bro.
Oh yeah, because that's probably true.
He's looking at them.
If you take him on and you put him on the wing, that way, you put Neto on the other side of him, right? So he's not playing by Neto, and then B, he gets to control his half of the pitch. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's his corner of the pitch that he gets to control. Like while he's in that area, it's his to control. It's his to be able to do what he needs to do.
Yep.
Like you can cover the areas that he needs to cover and then cover around them.
One other thing I don't get, right, is I don't know if Maresca rates chemistry between players, right? Because for me, you can't see the chemistry that Gusto has with Cole Palmer, and you just think I'm probably not gonna play Gusto. Like there is a special relationship that we've all seen, and Gusto and even Cole Palmer have both alluded to it. If you want your best player to play the best. Play with the player that he has the most chemistry with.
Yeah.
Right? Put him in the
I don't even think I just play him in the position that allows you to
play him in
get
the
the most
position
out
and
of
play
him.
with play. He has good connection
Because-
with.
Cucurella has that with Neto.
But I agreed, Andrew. But because
Palmer, Cucurella with Neto. If that's your chemistry going, then
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
what I'm-
We are what I say the killer of our own attacks and the root of our own downfall when it comes to conceding goals. That is Chelsea Football Club. When I watch us,
we are our own worst enemy, Chem.
How many times did we go forward against Aston Villa, right? And I watched how many players we got in the box, right? I see us crashing the box and trying to get the numbers in there. And we play the ball out to the wings. We get it on the wings, right? They beat, they make the space for themselves. And instead of just releasing the ball straight away when we've crashed the box with numbers, we cut back and play it back to Reece James, who then plays it to Caicedo, who then plays it to Cucurella, who then plays it to Garnacho. By the time all the players that had run in the box to try and crash and make space was there, it's gone. Our attack's dead. They've got their players behind. Why does it take so long to move the ball into the box quick enough? I don't get it.
Let's talk about. We've got a game tomorrow, man. So I think it's perfect because right now I think we can all acknowledge here that what we're doing
Who's
right
cracking
now.
open the beer? I heard that. Who's cracking open the beer? I heard the cat.
I think it's
Who's
good, man.
doing that?
It's not beer, I promise. I don't really drink like that. It's yerba mate. It's just in a can.
What the hell is that, blood? Yeah, but Marde, what else that? What's that?
Energy in a fucking can, bro.
Oh, it's that Red Bull, yeah? Is it Red Bull?
It's not Red Bull,
Basically
but it's
Monster.
energy. It's energy in a can. It's clean caffeine.
All right, cool, man. Let's go through
The Red
the
Bull
lineup
Light.
tomorrow, yeah.
Don't do it.
Let's go through the lineup for tomorrow because I think we all agree that we need to see some changes, yeah.
I'm
not hearing nothing.
I don't want
I'm
to
not
watch
hearing
it
nothing.
tomorrow. I don't want to watch.
We
it.
need to see changes, Andrew. We need to see changes, bro. I've been offered tickets for this game and I've turned them down.
Turn
right?
it down, Don. Don't waste your time.
I've even been offered tickets for the Arsenal game, bro, and I'm turning them down right now because I'm
Turn
sick and tired of these, man. Yeah.
Waste of time.
What lineup are we going with? I think Sanchez will start the game.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Let me go to you, Rob. In terms of our defense because listen, we've criticized Maresca quite a lot. Pick the defense, bro. What should he go with?
Remember Cucurella's out, Rob. Remember Cucurella's out.
Yeah, Reece.
It has to be.
I think Reece, Wes, Trev, and Gusto.
Boy, when Gusto came on, when Gusto came on, he just looked all over the place as well, bruv. I can't lie.
Gusto is a sub.
That's kind of what happens when you got to play a player out of
Gusto is a
position.
sub. It's not as good as Gusto as a starter.
And out of position as well, bro.
I expect to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm
tomorrow,
saying.
Rob.
When you're playing players out of position, bro.
I
Like,
expect to win tomorrow, then, Rob. After you just said that, I expect a healthy win tomorrow. After what you just said.
Let's go to the midfield, Gem. Let me come to you for the midfield, Gem.
If Gusto starts,
Let me come to you for the midfield, Gem. What are you saying for the midfield, Gem?
The two that need to always play, Enzo Caicedo.
There's no one else.
you
Like,
can play
let's be
Santos
serious.
there.
I
What are we
mean, he
doing?
refuses to play anyone else. That's the thing.
Who else are we going to play?
And Lively's not fit, so you know.
And then Palmer in the 10. We're saying Palmer in the 10?
Unfortunately,
I'm just
Doubt
saying
it.
you get a game, innit?
And then Couch. Where's Couch? Is Couch here? Oh,
No, he's gone.
Yeah, that's left.
I'll come to you, Andrew. What are you saying for the attack, man?
I put Neto on the left and Esteban on the right, and Jab Pedro in the middle. That's where I'd put it.
Well, you know we're not going to see this.
He
innit?
doesn't want to
No,
see
we're not gonna see
Garnacho
this.
at all.
It's gonna be
No,
Jamie.
I listen. If other winners
Yeah,
were playing, if other
like
winners-
this is not gonna be it. I'm not gonna be
I
honest.
know
Like
it's not going to.
Palmer's not gonna play.
No.
Delap will probably play, and Jamie will probably play. Like
Oh Christ on a bike! No wonder you turned it down, Don. I wouldn't have gone either. Seeing that lineup was a fucking mouthful. Christ
Bro,
almighty.
these man don't deserve my money right now. I'm sorry, bro.
Right.
You don't deserve my
you know what they talk. You know they talk about that rotation. They talk about rotation all the time.
Oh
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
they're
Just got
always
Man
bringing
City,
up
got Man City at the
how
weekend
it needs to
and
be
stuff.
rotated, but like
Sneaky
he
shot.
needs to rotate. He rotates into crap basically. Half our team
Yeah.
is rotated into shit.
Play with a
So,
not
like,
in the 10 for once.
Oh no, no!
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh no!
We'll just throw him in. Faku, you ain't gonna play Faku in this game, man. He'll play Palmer. He took off Palmer. He said we've got another game coming up, so I'm going off of what he.
Palmer can play one game, every a game in 3 days.
Yeah, but he took him off with what, like 20 minutes to go?
Yeah.
He's not playing Palmer. I'm telling you this right now.
He'll play Palmer. I think he'll start.
I'm so serious, bro. He is not.
Probably
I would be surprised if he plays Enzo. Maybe he might not play. He's playing Santos tomorrow. He has to be playing Santos tomorrow.
No, he won't
If
play
he doesn't, there's
He
big
ain't doing
fucking problems in my.
What pairing did he play last time we played Bournemouth? Was it Santos and Enzo? Because Caicedo was suspended.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That.
And if Caicedo gets a yellow card, people, he's out of the game against Man City. Yeah, he's still on four yellow cards right now. It's dark.
Fuck
And that's
it.
the other problem,
Santos
is the
and Reggie
difference
Walsh.
is that
Santos and
fucking-
Reggie Walsh in the middle. Let's do it. Santos, Reggie Walsh in the middle. And play that. And bring up that messy looking kid in the Cobham. You know, let's start playing him.
Oh, Rabaj.
Yeah, let's start playing him, man.
Rabaj.
Yeah, Rabaj.
Wait,
Play
how
him
we
in
doing?
the fuck it.
Are you guys confident that we win tomorrow?
Nope.
Nope.
I think we have to.
If Gusto
We
starts,
have to, but I'm
We
not
have to.
confident we will win.
Remember,
have
We
to.
had to win against Villa. We had to
Remember,
win that game.
This is Bournemouth are still in a run of not won a
That's
game in the last 11.
Yeah,
or 12
exactly.
months.
So
We only played them a few weeks ago, and they should have scored at least one or two against us in the game.
if Gusto starts, I'm confident.
Of course.
What Cherry FC right now, man? I'm honestly nervous about tomorrow because I'll be honest with you, man. When teams are in a rut like this, Chelsea is the perfect team to play. It's like it's like these men have no pride, bro. Like, how are you looking at the table and looking at this form right now, and you just like I feel sorry for the likes of Sanchez. I feel sorry for the likes of Reece. I feel sorry for the likes of Caicedo. These guys shouldn't be where we are right now, bro. I'm sorry.
We would have considered
Right
five.
now, we talking more about Sanchez improving and you know certain.
Let's be real about this right now. I'm gonna be real, and people don't want to admit it. But without Sanchez right now, we might be bottom half team. Like that's
it would've
straight
been-
up.
it would've
Like,
been
if we had a
fire
worse
if it wasn't
keeper
for
than the way
Sanchez.
that
If
if we had Sanchez from last year, this year, like we would be in real big shit. We would be
So I don't have nerves. I'm sort of, what's the word? Is it apoplectic or whatever it is? You know what I mean? Or what that word is? You know, when you just like.
What'd you say?
What's the word? It's not apoplectic.
Apprehensive.
No, whatever it is. I don't have I don't have nerves. It's sort of like an acceptance of whatever happens, it just happens. Do you know what I mean? It's like whatever happens, whatever the result is, it's like because
It is what it
even if we win tomorrow, we're playing Man City in the weekend. So what's the point? Do you know? You know what I mean? It's like,
I'll be real. I'm actually,
Bro, we gotta stop. We gotta turn the fuck up, bro. Like we gotta start turning the fuck up in these games. Like he needs to make a change where we so we can start looking more fluid. Like this shit has to stop. Like play Cole out on the right, or play Cole out on the right, or play Esteval. Start Esteval every single game that you can start Esteval. Like I do not want to. I'm tired of this. I'm actually tired of this. We have to get something out of these fucking games, and we have to. In my opinion, we with the fullback problem now that we have. Like if we didn't have the fullback problem, I'm playing Reece in the midfield probably full time. Like I'm like straight up. I'm playing Reece in the midfield full time. Like I'm playing Josh at right back more often. I'm playing Reece in the midfield full time because none of these dudes, Lavia ain't gonna get healthy. So I need another midfielder. Play a midfield three. Play Reece. Play Cole or Esteval on the right only, and then the other three can fight it out for the left. Other than that, I don't want to hear it. That's it. That's how I want to see it. That's it. Truly. If I don't see that, I'm fucking sick. I'm done with these dudes. I'm done with all these dudes. If we lose another 3 games in a row, if we don't win in another 3 games, I'm losing it with all these guys. I'm done with all everyone.
What's even fun, Joey? Yeah?
Could be on the platter.
You know, so mad as well, Joey. Yeah, you know United right now. United have Wolves next, and they've got Leeds as well. Yeah. So if we fucking drop points to Bournemouth and we drop points to Man City, which is more than likely, we'll probably lose that game.
That's gonna happen.
These guys could start to build a little gap on us. They win the next 2 games because they're picking up form right now. They win the next 2 games, bro. That is damning. Yeah.
But then
real damning, bro.
People will tell me the squad is not good enough to you know, Man United is a better squad. People are not saying Villa is a better squad than us now, because they're 10 points clear. So I'm not. I disagree with Joey. The Rich James in midfield, for me, that experiment.
Well, buy midfielder that's healthy because we have two of them that are not healthy.
Yeah, but no, it can be Rich.
I want a midfield three, and we don't have enough players to play midfield.
Transitional football, Rich in midfield for me.
We don't play transitional football. Play him in the 6 and play Caicedo in an 8, and start playing football again. Like that. That's where I see.
Yeah,
it.
no.
That I'm telling, bro. Our best midfield. Just hear me out for a second, though, Rob. Just hear my process out for a second. You might actually agree with me this time.
Yeah.
Right. Our best games is when it's Caicedo, Lavia, and Enzo all on the pitch at the same time normally. Mm-hmm. Right? When we are playing our best football, it's all of them at the same time. Am I yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when Lavia's on the pitch, majority of the time he plays the 6. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So in my opinion, for us to play our best football again, get Caicedo up the pitch a little bit more, play another 6 so we could play that type of style of football again, but just with Reece.
I agree with you, but for me it's not Reece. Reece.
Who do you play then?
In the 6 is not.
Who do you play then?
No. I read it Andre Santos. I read it Andre a million times.
But then, Rob, we can't play Gusto. Then.
Bro. At a certain point, though, right? Sure, we could do that. Considering if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I want to play that formation all the time. I don't want to just like that. If we play Andre Santos, then there's no depth in midfield. You have zero depth in midfield. We already don't have enough depth to play this formation.
I agree.
That's why we've seen Gusto in that fucking position.
I agree that you won't have depth in midfield, but you have people that can. Then you like in an emergency situation, yes, you can put Reece in midfield, but to go into a game when you have Andre Santos and Reece both as options, and you choose Reece as your number 6, for me that's a no because Reece when you're building up and on a half turn, he's nowhere near Lavia,
I disagree. He's our second best player on the half turn.
No.
Easily.
No way.
Reece, what, in the midfield?
In the midfield? No.
Nah, man. Nah.
Who do you think Caicedo's better on the half turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't.
Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo, and Santos all are better than Reece on a half turn in midfield.
You're looking at it the wrong way.
Now when
you're looking at it the wrong way, in my opinion.
Against Arsenal,
you're just looking at it the wrong way.
You
don't want this player to be in the 6 because of what? Because we have zero options to be able to play that formation.
What I'm saying, like if we're playing against Arsenal, right, and we are facing, we are absorbing pressure, and we get the ball, and Reece gets the ball, and he's facing the counter attack, and he's spraying those ball up, across. 100%, I will take Reece over almost anybody. But when we are building up from possession and we're being pressed, and he's the sole 6 that we're building through, for me, Reece is better.
I don't think that has to be the case. I don't think he has to be the sole 6. That's why I'm thinking you're looking at it the wrong way. Like, you don't necessarily have to have him as the sole 6 in that scenario. You have Caicedo box to box to be able to help him in build up. Like, my point is, get more out of your best player. Use Caicedo in a more robust form, so he's more open to being able to go up and down the pitch, and then we have a different style of player potentially. In my opinion, we potentially could use Caicedo way more.
I agree.
Way more of his potential.
All I know is that next season these problems will all be solved. by Kobe Minor. So
we're winning the league next season.
Well, let's go through predictions then. Rob,
we don't have to though. That's the point. We can change. This guy can change. I've seen him change before, like Jem said. We've seen him change before. He can change. And
that's what it is. That's what it is for me, Joey. I'm like, right now, where I am with Maresca, I'm definitely not Maresca out. Like, I don't want Maresca to be sacked, bro. Because for me, these sports directors go first before Maresca. Yeah, this is just constructive criticism, Joey, because of where I rate him. I rate Maresca, and a lot of the things that I'm seeing him doing, it's just disappointing. I'm like, you're better than this, man. You're better than this, bro. Like even when I watched it the other day, Rob.
See,
Yeah, I'm
here's
like,
my point with Maresca.
this,
I don't
man.
want him sacked because I don't trust who's above him to hire a different person that's going to be better than him, because I don't believe that they would hire someone who's better than him. So I don't want him sacked for that reason specifically.
Yeah.
Until I see who's above him to leave, then I could see whoever the hell you want. If you want to replace Maresca,
It will be the new toy.
I'm
of the
not
year,
doing
like,
this with these sporting directors again. Like I'm not doing Maresca out with these sporting directors because who they're gonna pick is not gonna be deserving. I promise you. I promise you it won't be deserving.
Oh, no,
I promise you it won't be your favorite manager. Whoever's out there who's saying Maresca out, I promise you it won't be your favorite manager.
Felipe Luis,
I will promise you. If you say Maresca out,
get out of
fair
my
enough.
mind.
But I promise you it won't be your favorite manager.
Felipe Luis is Flamengo.
Boy.
He's right.
Let's go through predictions.
He's only signed a contract to 2027. So he's only signed a contract.
I don't want Maresca out. Not at all. I don't want Maresca gone. I want Maresca here for all his 5 years he got on the contract, even more. And so, but he needs to pattern up. He needs to pattern up quickly because we can't be underperforming like this and keep saying, yeah, he's gonna snap out of it. He needs to pattern up. Be more proactive in games, utilize the squad better, and come to games. Come to games ready to win. Not just you see. One other thing that's annoying me about Maresca is. We're gonna in his press conferences, and every time it's like, we're gonna go to the game, we're gonna try to win. It's like, no, but I don't want you to try. I don't want my manager to be like, we're gonna be trying to win this game. No, like you go from Tuchel to they ask me, are you gonna win the Champions League finals? Like, yes, 100%, absolutely. Like, I think you need to start talking with more chess. Like, we're gonna win tomorrow. Right? Not like we're gonna try to improve, we're gonna try to win the game.
You're forgetting something.
Win the game.
You're forgetting something. He's just come from a training pitch where he's had to coach Garnacho and Gittins for 2 hours. So he's like
all these things I give you. I hope we win tomorrow. I hope we win. I hope we get a result.
He's got. I've got no left back.
Yeah, man.
I've got no left back.
I'm telling you, bro. Hey, what we need to do? We need to do player ratings, for like halfway through the season, and Maresca as well. Because right now. I would give him probably a 5, blood. Mm-hmm. 5 max. I've criticized him a lot
for the season.
We should do that, Don. On your next show and the new year, we do a player rating for Maresca. We already did an hour. I'm sure you want to end it here.
We'll do that. No, we'll do it. We'll do it.
New year. We'll do the whole. We'll do a whole thing for it.
We'll do it. We'll do it in a separate show, man. But let's go through predictions and then we'll finish up, people. Me and Goonie spoke about the sporting directors a lot, people. So if you haven't had a chance to watch that, go catch up on it after this show. We'll talk about them a lot.
And you can find complaining about the sporting directors all you want on my channel. That's all I do. It's literally all I do. When I go on my channel, it's literally the only thing I do is complain about this sporting directors. So if you want that, you're more than welcome to join my.
No wonder you haven't had me on there. No wonder you haven't had me on there.
I'm going to say one more thing, and then I'm going to shoot, guys. Yeah, I want to say this.
Go on, bro.
Nothing's ever going to change unless it starts from the top. These kind of performances, it doesn't what manager we decide to bring in. If Maresca gets sacked now and they decide to get rid of him because they don't like his attitude,
you've got one big problem. You've got one big problem, and I don't agree with them, but this is my opinion on it. They will use progress, and they'll use the word progress, and I'll tell you why. 12th. 6th, 4th with 2 trophies. They will see as progress. Yeah, that's what they'll use. And they'll staying in the 4th, they'll see as progress as well. That's why they've got the contract extensions because.
So where does the context go, Andrew? When they finish,
there's no context.
Well, wait a sec. This is where we finish at the end of this season. Let's say we finish 6th. Let's just say at the end of the season, and they've already spent 250 million. 250 million in that summer on players that weren't a level raiser or good enough to put us in a better position. That's my thing.
We know the sacrificial lambs from Maresca, don't we? We all know that for them.
Yeah, that's
what it is. They won't get targeted this summer. They probably get targeted the next summer when we don't do something. Do you know what I mean? That would be it. That's what it'll be because they'll go, but we progressed so well with Maresca. We got him these players and. He's the one that's blah, blah, blah. And it'll go, all the thing will be, it started already.
The issue with all of this real quickly is that we're still on this UEFA restriction. We're going to have the same problem in the summer. We ain't going to be able to sign the players that we think we want to sign because the plan A list has to be sold before we can actually think about even. So we've become
But
a sell
Jam,
to buy.
let's
a
be real, bro. They
sell
still
to
spent
buy
money
club
though, bro.
at
They
this
still
moment in
spent
time.
money.
Yeah, that's fine. But
Still,
this is what I was about to
right?
say, Joey. This is what I'm about to finish off saying.
Go
The
ahead.
problem with all of this, is that we are able still to buy. So even if we're a sell to buy club, you still have. It's about decision making. It's about who you're bringing to the club. They decided to bring Gittins and Garnacho as our two wingers this season. Spent 90 million on them. They could have made better choices in the market.
What if that's what the manager asked for?
Oh,
Yeah, but I mean, that's what if. How do we live? We live in a what if scenario, right? You know that show, What If? Go watch What If. Did that actually happen, or is that just a TV show to say, oh, if this happened, this would have happened? That's what it is.
Spend the money wisely. The point, yes. Spend the money wisely. If you're under restriction, find a way to utilize it correctly.
Rob, you know why they don't buy for the manager? Because he wanted a defender, and they didn't buy him.
Yes, exactly.
I'm talking about for the wingers, but
No. I'm talking about overall. They don't buy for the manager.
They won't buy everything for the manager.
No. I said this on
stream, bro.
I said this on.
Hey, Jam, I'd love to do some content.
Hang on. Chelsea, like most English clubs now, caught up with Europe, the managers don't get bought the players that they want, apart from Man City. The sporting directors buy the players, and they ask them.
Even Man City's Man City run similar to us.
No, there's a bit more. Pep's got a bit more input than most managers, I would presume. But
here's Maresca. Here's Maresca in August. I know Garnacho as a player. I know all the players. I know what they can give us. If players arrive, it's because I agree. Garnacho, I think, is a good winger, good in 1v1s, and he can create.
Do you think he's really going to come out in the press and rip apart a signing? Do you think he's actually going to do that, Rob? Let's be serious. Rob, let me tell you.
I'm cool with sacking.
Guys, let me just say this. I bet you I can find a quote after we signed João Felix and he praised João Felix. He didn't play him. He didn't want him. Do you know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah, he said João Felix said these are the players that you pay to watch or some bullshit.
Yeah, something like that. But listen, we don't buy. Chelsea haven't bought. I think it's only Mourinho we've ever really bought players for. Is Mourinho is the only manager we've ever really bought players for. We've never bought. Remember Lampard wanted Tarkowski.
Took a first window under Clear Lake.
Sterling, Aubameyang.
Right, at the end of the day, the spotlight is on the sporting directors with these restrictions, knowing that we have to get rid of the A-list. Yeah, that whatever money we have and whatever amounts we can buy up to, it's down to them to make sure that they find the right profile that works for the manager and also is a profile that actually benefits the team, not just players that are potential that we've got to work with or opportunities. Give us something that's going to put us up that next level. If it's available, go for it. Like, this is the attitude they've got to have. They can't sit there and go, oh, it's over 200k in wages. I don't think we can do that one. That's
they're fine.
You're never going to get anywhere with that attitude.
They're fine. Next summer's transfer window is already nearly done, apart from one player, midfielder. It's Quinda, it's Amiga. You bring back Sarr or Anselmino.
Yep.
Not probably a goalkeeper now, and then you probably sign Kobe Minu. That's the guys. That's
it is, Andrea. There's no way for these guys to hide because more and more people losing patience. Right? I know a lot of people were crashing on them from the beginning. I like to give
we got here sooner, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I like to give things time.
We got here sooner.
I was the same time, but now
I like to give things time, yeah. And for me, I'm sorry, bro. I've given them more than enough time.
3 years in January.
3 years now.
3 years in January.
3 years. It's gonna be 4 years soon, yeah. These guys, bro. We shouldn't be talking about, we're gonna make top 4, or we're gonna make top 5. Not after the amount of money that you spent. We should not be having these conversations. We should be like, we missed out on the league by this. This is what we need to do next time. We missed out by this, right? That's what we should be talking about now. Because I'm sorry, we've got a core to build from. And they are fucking about with how they're building the team.
And they're not going to be here much longer, Don, if we don't sort this, if we don't start improving the squad. I'm telling you, they're going to start doing it.
If Chelsea was
it doesn't feel like that though, Jem. It really doesn't.
If Chelsea was a building,
you think Palmer's going to hang around?
Right?
Still,
but
like
listen, guys, if Chelsea was a building, they wouldn't pass the health and safety code right now. The way it's been built, okay? The way it's been built, the way the squad's been built, they wouldn't pass it. There'd be flaws, there'd be holes in this, water dripping everywhere over the electrics. You know what I mean? rats everywhere. They wouldn't condemn. They'd be condemned. They wouldn't be allowed to build. All right, 3 years. 3 years. But it's like I said at the start. It's a whole vicious cycle. It's a whole vicious cycle again. It's 3 years with these guys. It's 5 years with the previous lot of not recruiting the right players. Yeah.
Yep.
Stop thinking of them as also stop. And I understand as well. Also, carry on. I don't know.
I'm going now.
Nah, here we go. Jeff, what was your prediction wise before we finish up, and then we'll go through.
Fucking hell, I don't know. 2-1.
2-1 Chelsea. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a tight game. I think we'll score, they'll score, and then we'll find something. Somehow we'll find something at the end in the second half or something. Like maybe, yeah. That's the only thing I can feel. Other than that, I don't know. Like I don't see us killing games. We haven't got that kill gene in us. That's one thing they've proven to me is that we don't know how to kill games off when we're dominating. We just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2-1 for me. 2-1.
How about you, Rob?
I actually think we battered them tomorrow.
See you later.
Of course you do.
I'm going with a comfortable 3-0.
3-0 Chelsea. How about you, Joey?
2-2.
Woo.
How about you, Andrew?
It's gonna be a meltdown.
A very, very unconvincing 1-0.
I'm gonna say 1-1. I'm just not comfortable, man. I just again, we'll probably score first as always, and then we'll drop points again as always. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say 1-1, man. But listen, have you guys got anything coming up, Joey, Andrew, Rob?
Probably going live on my channel just to play some FIFA later, but that's it.
Yeah, walk.
I'll be on the terrace probably after another debacle tomorrow. Having to explain everything and just wallow in my solitude as a Chelsea fan, and being laughed at. And having to answer for other people's crimes from earlier this season. That's what I do now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Apart from that, like and subscribe to this channel. Merry Christmas.
Make sure, people, man. Make sure. How about you, Rob? Anything coming up?
No, I mean I'm always on Twitter giving objective takes and opinions. And yeah, I'm probably gonna be on Twitch with Alex Goldberg.
You haven't done a good enough job. I've not seen any.
Alex Goldberg,
of Alex, his head exploding from your.
His head after Villa, his head was.
Yeah. Did you?
Oh yeah. I saw
that. Yeah, we were going back and forth, and I was calm, and
of course you are, because you wind him. The person who winds the other person up is always going to calmest one. You know what you're doing,
man. I see that one, man. But,
yeah, he goes mad as always, but yeah, it's all love. It's all love.
Make sure that you lot go check out Potsy's channel. I'm gonna redirect to Race for Europe, people. On Wednesday, me and Mel Talks Chelsea should be doing a little stream together as well. So that should be around midday, about 12:30. I don't know if you guys have seen that video going viral of the girl on TikTok talking about the sporting direction. Yeah, that's Mel. Yeah, so me and her most likely going to be going live on Wednesday.
The one on Chelsea Fan TV?
Nah, she's not on Chelsea. That's Nina. You're talking about Nina.
That's Nina. Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Mel. She's not on YouTube. She's mainly on TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok. I'm too on for TikTok, so I haven't been.
Yeah, but yeah, me and her should be going live on Wednesday, people. I think obviously after our game, and we're playing tomorrow, so we'll see that one. But yeah, go check her out on Twitter. She's called Mel Talks Chels, and then on TikTok, let me see what her TikTok's called again. Let's see, where is she here? Where is it here? So her TikTok is Melina Dotovic. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Melina.
I know her.
You know her, yeah.
Yeah, I know her on Twitter. That's all I know her from. I don't know her that. I know her on Twitter. I know who you're talking about. These lot people been mad. Man said does bring in female reps to the chat. Hey, bro, we have to, man. We have to, bro. We need some female representation. She's actually knows bald, so like I wouldn't doubt her. She knows bald. She knows who she's talking about. From everything that I've seen from her, I think it might be Melissa. But she blocked minerals. Then she's top in my book if she blocked.
Yeah, man. Yeah, nah. She knows.
She knows what she's talking about, though. She knows what she's watching. She's already.
If she doesn't rate Enzo Fernandez, then no, she doesn't know.
She knows her stuff, people. So look out for that one on Wednesday.
Hey, Rob, what do you say when we leave every single time? You have what kind of takes?
Objective.
Oh, thank you.
That's a big smile in his face.
That's not objective. You were just not objective right there.
That's objectively objective.
You were just there. You were not objective. I just gave you the chance to
Objectively objective.
And we'll be here all day otherwise, man. But people, listen, go put a little Don Raid in there. You know what I mean, people? In a bit, man. Love.